Satnam, I've got a doozy for you today. We're going to be working on a meditation to help manage your frustration and anger. Fair warning, this is not easy to do. However, if you do this, and you do this for 40 days in a row, there is no chance you will be the same person. You are going to start to experience a lightness and a joy that you maybe have either never experienced or haven't experienced in quite some time. Every single effort that you put forth into doing this physically challenging meditation is worth it. Any effort you put forth into doing this is worth it. I want to tell you a quick story about this woman that the first time that I taught this in a corporate venue, and I'll never forget this. The position is this. So your hands are up, like, hey, we just won, we're number one. And you do this with your wrist pulled backwards. So, and you do that to both hands, and you keep your arms parallel. As you're doing a breath, which is, I'm going to come a little closer so you can see me. For those of you who can curl your tongue, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to curl your tongue as you breathe in, and then you're going to breathe out through your nose. And as you're breathing out through your nose, take the tip of your tongue and touch it to the roof of your mouth, and you'll see that it's cool. You can just try it right now, and you'll see that I'm telling you the truth. So breathe in, and then touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you see that it's cooling. This is having a cooling effect. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to be breathing in through that curled tongue while we're holding this position. So that woman that I was just telling you about, I'm watching her, and after some time that she was doing this, I could see that she was struggling hard, and she was really trying to keep her arms up. I could see this. And I will never forget this. I'm watching her, and I'm watching her struggle, and it was as if a weight came off her shoulders. I could just see almost her glowing. Her face changed. Everything about her changed. And she went from struggling to just floating. She just floated. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. And I watched her for the last 2 minutes or so that she was doing this. And I didn't speak to her after class, but she sent me a very long email afterwards, maybe a week or so later. And she had said to me, she said, I don't know what happened. She said, all I know is I was struggling so much, and I was feeling this burden and this weight on me. And she said, it was as if something just burst inside of me, and it just opened up and let go. And she said it became effortless to do it. And I told her afterwards in a reply email, I said to her, I said, you know what? I witnessed the very same thing. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, is to actually see an experience that somebody was having as a witness. I witnessed the very same thing that she had as an internal witness, I had as an external witness. It was beautiful to see. So don't let the difficulty of this stop you from doing it. When I first started doing this, and I've done this meditation several hundred times, and that's no joke, I've done it a lot. Dealing with anger, it's one of the most devastating emotions for us human beings that actually prevent us from being a human being, right? It's a very animalistic emotion when it's almost in a rage state. Because human, if we think about human, hu means light, man, mind, mind, man, light, mind, light, mind. This is what we're trying to be. We're trying to be that being that is lightness. It's a mind is light, not burdened. We become angry, we become animalistic. So, again, this is not easy to do. So what we're going to do is hands, number one, out by your sides. And you want to imagine from your armpit all the way out through here, out through your finger, all the way up. Out, up. That's the position that you're going to hold. Your chest out, your chin in. Now this is going to help you stay in this position. If you keep your chin in and you pull up, this is going to help you stay in this position. I'm going to do it with you for support. Now I know what's ahead of us. You don't know yet. This is not easy to do. I don't care how many times you do it, it just isn't easy. But put your best effort into doing this. So, because this is a Kriya, a Kundalini Kriya, we're going to do a quick tune-in, and we're going to do this with a protective mantra. Instead of using Om Namo Gurudev Namo, today I want to tell you about a protection mantra that we can also use to help tune us in, protect us, and give us the best ability to get the most out of this meditation. The Mangala Charan mantra. We usually recite Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. This we're going to recite Ad Gare Name, Jagad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. And you can listen to me, and I'll put a tag on it so you can see what it is, how it's spelled, so you can start to recite this on your own. So, everybody rub your hands together, because we're going to get going, because this is 11 minutes. Okay, 11 minutes. Your best effort. Put your best effort forth into this. Your eyes, when we do this, are going to be closed up at your brow point. So, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale to begin. Ad Gare Name, Jagad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name, Ad Gare Name, Jagad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name, Ad Gare Name, Jagad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Inhale deep. Hold. Exhale. All right. 11 minutes. Hands in this position, breathing in through the curled tongue. If you can't do a curled tongue, breathing through your teeth. And then exhale through your mouth. For those of you who can curl your tongue, curl your tongue. This is called Sitali breath. Breathing through your teeth, snake breath. Irregardless, we're all going to be doing this together. Don't give an inch. You ready? Here we go. Good luck. Hands out. Tongue out. Long, slow, deep breathing through your tongue. Exhaling through the nose, touching the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth on the exhale. Let the breath naturally become longer and slower. Keep sitting up tall. For those of you who are not pregnant or menstruating, you're going to use root lock, which is a squeezing of your rectum, your sex organ, and your navel point. Squeeze that. By squeezing that, it's very similar to a Kegel. This is going to help root you in to this position. This is going to help keep you in this position. So squeeze with all of that. While you're doing that, push your buttocks into the floor. So this further helps to root you. If you lift up your chest and bring your chin backwards, and then now imagine that somebody's trying to lift your head up off your shoulders. As you have no bend in the elbows, you feel from the very tip of your finger and beyond that it's reaching from the armpit and it's just tracing its way all the way out through the tip of the index finger that's pointing straight up. We call this in Kundalini Yoga the Jupiter finger. The Jupiter finger is that finger that brings us knowledge and wisdom and a knowingness. So continue to stay in this position. We've been here for 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes time, it's difficult. You should be struggling a little bit. You should be maybe even shaking. Maybe some of you are shaking. Do your best to see this through. The very first time that I did this, I think I made 3 minutes. And then I'm like, oh, forget it. I put my arms down. And then I would take several breaths and I would keep going and I would do it again. I did it for the 11 minutes, but I had to take rests in between. Now, I'm not suggesting you take rests. What I'm suggesting is to do your best. My arms were shaking like this at 3 minutes the first time that I did this. I couldn't control it. The more anger you have inside of you, the more difficult this is going to be to do. And the more reason you should do it. You, again, will start to experience this lightness, this sense of joy that I can't explain to you. You have to experience it because it happens. And it happens from your effort of doing this. So why are we doing this Sitali breath, right? Why are we breathing in through this curled tongue? Well, you can probably understand that breathing in through this curled tongue, you can feel the coolness of it. And it's said that that coolness of the breath has an effect on our liver. And it's our liver that controls it's like a filter, right? If the liver is the big filter for not just the foods that come in through us, but also our experiences that we have in life. It's our liver. If you've ever heard the expression, my earbuds keep falling out. Have you ever heard the expression where somebody has said, when they give you a lot of information, they're like, I don't know, let me go digest that. So words, experiences, we have to digest just as well as our food. And oftentimes, we don't like some of the experiences that we have. Children don't usually keep anger inside them. What do? They throw a temper tantrum, right? They wait, cry, flail around on the floor, whatever they do. But they're getting the anger out. We as adults, what do? No. We cork it, right? We put a cork in it and we stuff it down. And we stuff it down and stuff it down and stuff it down. And we keep doing that until we get to a point where we pop. And we don't want to pop. You want to be able to not manage your anger. You want to be able to have it rise up only when it's necessary. As an example, all anger is not bad anger. The same thing that creates anger, we actually use for digestion. They call that Agni, Agni, Agni. It's the digestive fire. So we use anger to help digest our food, right? So we need it. We need some anger. If I'm with you, we're walking down the street, and I see somebody attacking you, I'm not going to look at that person and say, hey, can you please just not do that? That's not a very nice thing to do. No. You're going to rise to the occasion. You're going to use some anger to pull the person off of you. But then you're going to stop. You're not going to allow it to continue. Anger that becomes rage, anger that becomes out of control, anger that we allow to fester inside of us, that is what you're burning out of you right now. So keep going. When I say don't give an inch, I mean it. Don't give an inch. Keep going. We've done this now for almost 8 minutes. 8 minutes, you've done this already. So you haven't given up yet. Don't quit yet. Keep your arms up. Keep them up. Stretch them out to the sides. Push down into the floor with your buttocks. Lift up your chest. Pull your chin in and breathe. And exhale. And maybe you can't see me, but I'm starting to shake. This is not easy for me either. No matter how many times I've done this, this does not get any easier. But I love what it does for me. That's why I keep doing it. Keep going, keep breathing. And if you're shaking, as you can see, I'm shaking now. You're working on your nervous system. We are purposefully, here's the reason behind what we're doing, we are purposefully putting in a pressure into our bodies. We're building frustration. This is not easy on the arms. This is not an easy position to hold. You see me starting to shake. This is not, I'm not doing that on purpose. That is an involuntary thing that's happening to my nervous system right now, is that shaking. The thing is, though, I'm not paying attention to it. It's just going to do whatever it's going to do. I don't care what it's doing. I'm in discomfort. I am in discomfort. I can assure you. Maybe I don't look like I am, but I can assure you I am. What the Sitali breath does is it cools this so that, and here's the practice part of this meditation, when you get good at doing this, when you come upon stressful situations in your everyday, you have the ability to be able to manage it and mitigate it so that it doesn't affect you. That's the idea. The idea is that if it doesn't affect you, the circumstances feel very different. You have a very different experience. You don't have to act like an animal. You can act like a human being. Keep going. You've got only a minute and a half left. That's all. Keep going. Be there. Don't give an inch. Be there. Last honest minute. Do it. You're almost there. Stay with it. "30 seconds only. Now get ready. You're going to stay in the position. Keep your arms like this. We're going to breathe in deep 3 times and squeeze as hard as you can. Okay, ready? Everybody, inhale deep. Hold and squeeze. Stretch to your maximum. Struggle. Exhale. Breathe in deep. Hold, squeeze. Exhale, last time. Inhale. Hold and squeeze. Exhale, relax your arms down. Inhale, catch your breath. Inhale, close your eyes. Congratulations. If you made it through that the whole way, good on you. If you made it for 1 minute and you had to put your arms down, good on you. When I first started doing this, again, I'd have my arms up and then I'd get to a point where I just had to like bring them down. If your best capacity to do this is what you're after, if your arms start to come down, do your best to bring them back up. If you absolutely have to bring them down, but still don't let them touch the ground. Keep some tension in them and then bring them back up. Do your best. I'm not trying to limit you. I'm trying to bring you some success into doing this. This is not easy to do. What I would do in the very beginning, and this is many years ago now, I would start here and I couldn't help it. My arms would come down or I'd shake so violently. I couldn't do it. I'd put my arms down and then you get right back at it. So do your best. That's all you can do with this. One of the most powerful breath meditations and physically challenging meditations you can do in Kundalini Yoga, you just did. And if you did it for 11 minutes, you did well. Good luck with it. Reach out. I'd love to hear any stories about how it shifted and changed you. I'm here for your support. If you need me, reach out. Satnam.